country, but a long, long time, me live here so can't go no way. Oh, in this Babylon, where you get that system you're from? I can't believe it. Me a real youth, enough of them a see through. Two party but at the same sad song them a play. Poor people money lean back and rock away. Them raise everything from aisle to crave knee. Then how them no raise up everybody pay. Whoa, for that.
We're here live on the scene. The MPM is taking away the goods of vendors. Their livelihood being threatened. It's breaking news.
What you do about pressure? Them really them poor people before.
Poor People Land by Vybz Kartel discusses challenges in impoverished communities, highlighting disparities between the rich and the poor. The song encourages listeners to consider these issues and advocate for positive change by recognizing the struggles faced by those in poverty and promoting a fairer society. Disparities refer to noticeable differences or inequalities, often in terms of living conditions, opportunities, or resources, between various groups or individuals within a society. In the context of Poor People Land by Vybz Kartel, disparities underscore unequal conditions and opportunities between impoverished communities and wealthier segments of society. The term emphasizes observable gaps and inequalities depicted in the song's portrayal of social and economic contrasts. I can't believe it. The government wants to displace me. I've become a refugee in my own country. But I've lived here for a long time. I can't go anywhere. Expressing disbelief at the government's actions, indicating a desire to force the speaker out. Becoming a refugee in their own country suggests feeling pushed out, emphasizing a deep connection to their homeland. They really take advantage of poor people. They really deceive poor people. The repetition of "they really deceive poor people" suggests a strong assertion that authorities or those in power exploit economically disadvantaged individuals. It conveys frustration or disbelief at the perceived exploitation of the poor. Oh, Mr. Babylon. Where did you get this system from? Bulldozer down poor people's land. John knows I won't vote again, no sir. Because the Member of Parliament doesn't care. Where did you get this system from? Saying I live on squatter land. True, I'm not rich like Matalan, no sir. I'm a born Jamaican. These frustration with authority figures, particularly referencing Mr. Babylon. Mentioning bulldozing down poor people's land suggests negative impacts on the speaker and the community. Refusing to vote and criticizing the Member of Parliament reflect a lack of confidence in the system. Touching on living on squatter land and not being wealthy like Matalan, asserting a strong Jamaican identity opposing Matalan. I have nowhere to go. I was born and raised here in the ghetto. Big heads, please grant me a favor. I can't buy a house in Upper Cherry Garden, no way. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. The tribulation in the ghetto is a must. I never qualify for any housing trust. Because I lost all my money in cash plus. The sense of being stuck in the ghetto with no place to go. Speaks of the challenge of affording a house, especially in an affluent area like Cherry Garden. There's a mention of financial difficulties, with the loss of money in Cash Plus, which excluded him from programs like Housing Trust. The use of ashes to ashes and dust to dust suggests a resigned acceptance of the hardships faced in the ghetto. But I know that I'm a born Jamaican. I've been here since slavery as an African. Can someone tell me where Matalan comes from? To own so much land in our island. Tell me. Mr. Chin, go back to Japan. Because Jamaica, Ja made it for the black man. According to Jamaican heritage, tracing their presence back to the times of slavery as an African. The reference to Matalan questions the origin of extensive land ownership on the island. Mentioning Mr. Chin and suggests them to go back to Japan reflects a sentiment of asserting Jamaica as a place created by Ja for the black community. The lyrics convey a strong sense of identity and a call for a connection to the land. From Morant Point to Negril Point. From St. Thomas to Westmoreland. Mentions various geographical points across Jamaica, spanning from Morant Point to Negril Point and from St. Thomas to Westmoreland. The inclusion of these locations tells of the speaker's connection to the entire island, expressing a sense of unity and ownership to listeners. Step into the world of Chills Media, where we unveil the unseen and foster a sense of openness. Our mission is to shed light on what's truly happening, and it's time for a shift where the government becomes the true voice of the people, not a means of taking advantage. Join us in this journey by engaging, commenting, sharing, and subscribing for more insights.